Put me in, coach. Today we are talking about my Lakers. Yes, I'm a little bit down because we keep losing. This is getting frustrating. Is this LeBron James' fault? Is it time to trade Russell Westbrook? Is LeBron doing too much? Does he deserve credit for all of this losing? We're going to discuss all of that and more here on today's show. But before we get into it, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video like an assist, because here we're talking basketball. So you're going to get highlights, commentary, and most importantly, we're going to cover the biggest headlines in the world of basketball. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So let's start with, should the Lakers trade Russell Westbrook? Is it that time? Well, it's starting to look like that time. He's making the dumbest turnovers that you could possibly make in the game. Guy backs off of him. They're giving him the shot. He takes the shot. But the problem is he's not working on making the shot. This is incredibly bad because we need wins. As a Laker fan, we are used to championships, not just playoffs. But when we're talking about trading Russell Westbrook, my question keeps being, who are they going to trade him to? When it comes to his contract, makes him untradeable. What team really wants to take that on? Now, I thought that this was going to work beautifully. You let Russ do what Russ does, defer to LeBron James. That, to me, seemed like a recipe for success because, hey, you give Russ the ball, you let him run up and down the court. He can make passes to AD and LeBron, who are guys who thrive in the fast break. Because who's going to be able to stop LeBron from dunking or Anthony Davis from dunking? But we haven't seen much of that. Instead, we've seen a whole lot of father time tapping Russell Westbrook on the shoulder saying, hey, Brody, your time is almost up. I keep asking, what has Russell Westbrook been working on? Is it his jump shot? Is it his layups? Is it his passing, the accuracy on his passing? What has Russell Westbrook been working on outside of his conditioning? Because to his credit, he's been the guy who's been the one consistent thing on the team, meaning he's pretty much played in every single game. We're getting constant turnovers, constant dumb plays. Just like on Christmas, he shot the ball 20 times and only made 4. The reason that's significant is because James Harden went 10 for 25. So if you just make a comparison with those two guys, you're going to see that there's at least a 12 to 15 point difference when it comes to those two players. And the Lakers lost by single digits. So if Russell Westbrook makes a few more of those layups, or if he makes 2 of those 3-point shots that he took, this is a completely different game, and the Lakers win. Another thing that's interesting to know is that the Lakers went on a run when Russell Westbrook went to the bench. That is not a good sign for Russ. It will hurt his trade value. So, should the Lakers trade Russell Westbrook? I hate to say it, but my Lakers are stuck with Russell Westbrook. He's still a star, but he has to make adjustments. Now, if he's not going to make those adjustments, like go get some footwork. Okay, you look like you want to get in the post and you want to post guys up. Go get the footwork. Make sure that you can do it and make the shots. Make sure, because you're playing with LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you're going to have to shoot jump shots because they're going to leave you open. Even if you shot a better percentage, you would still get wide open shots because you're playing with LeBron James. I don't think the Lakers can trade Russ at this stage in his career with the money that's owed to him. But if they were, I believe that that would really damage Russell Westbrook, not just because he's a Laker fan and he grew up being a Laker fan, but the fact that he's really been bouncing around the league from Oklahoma City to Houston to Washington, now the Lakers, and he started his career as a superstar. This is why I keep saying to Dame, go ahead and start ring chasing now. Right now. All right, now we're going to move into LeBron James. Is this LeBron James's fault? Well, no, this is not. Actually, the part that's LeBron James' fault is constructing this roster. But outside of that, this is everybody else's fault. Carmelo being up and down, being a streaky shooter, you can't blame that on LeBron. Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan not being that defensive presence that they actually need. But when I don't see him on the court, I'm wondering what the hell is going on with Dwight Howard to the point to where he's not playing. We look at the energy and the effort. Is that LeBron James's fault? Can we blame that on LeBron? No, we can't, because that's actually Russell Westbrook's job. Here's the keys to the offense. Russ, run the show. But the problem with Russ is he wants to be the show. He doesn't want the keys to the show. He wants to be the show. Father Time is tapping him on his shoulders. He does not realize that he has Hall of Fame guys that he's passing the ball to, who are known as knockdown three-point shooters. When it comes to a guy like Buddy Hield, as a shooter, you're going to have good nights and bad nights. It's going to happen as a shooter. Now, Russell Westbrook is simply missing layups. When it came to this Christmas game, LeBron had 39 points. He damn near had 40 points. The issue is Kyrie and KD did not play. Actually should have been an easy win for the Lakers. James Harden, he does what he does, but the real X factor was Patty Mills. Patty Mills got in there and showed you he is still capable of shooting the lights out. He has proven his worth. You need a guy to come in and fill a role that requires shooting. He's the guy. There's not a lot of guys like him in the NBA, or if they are, where are they? Because my team, we need them. Blaming LeBron James, this is what I'm definitely going to say. He's doing way too much. He's in year 19. I know he's trying to hang on to make sure that he can play with his son, but if he continues to play like this, he's going to burn out before the playoffs even get started. How far can they make it? Can they get back up in the standings? Because they're going to have to make sure that they don't play Golden State or Phoenix in the first round, because if they do, we may see an early exit. But we can't be scared, because we're going to see them at some point in the playoffs to get some things together. Has to feel frustrated, because I do. When I see Russ run down the court super duper fast, or give somebody an in and out and get to the basket and then jump up, realize that he doesn't have any more space to get his layup off. If he doesn't get it blocked, now he's throwing the ball out of bounds. The Russell Westbrook that I'm used to seeing is not the Westbrook that I'm seeing right now. Russell was actually dunking some of those plays. The dunks that he's missing now, he wasn't always missing them. He was actually spectacular when it came time for him to get to the basket. So I disagree with Shannon Sharp, who said, well, Kevin Durant had to deal with this. Russ was a much better player. His athleticism made him who he is. So the fact that he's losing that means that if he wants to stay in, he's going to have to adjust his game. Russell Westbrook, they may be looking to trade you. Make adjustments to your game, because you're playing for the Lakers, and the Lakers play for championships. With that being said, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. If there's anything that I left out, put it in the comments under this video. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.